This is our second chat for PHE 540. I'm going to be covering modules 4, 5, and 6. So for module 4, we're going to explore disease transmission and assorted disease types transmitted through zoonotic and vector-borne routes. Zoonotic diseases are those that can be passed from animals to humans, such as zoonotic influenza, salmonellosis, and the West Nile virus. Vector-borne diseases are those that are caused by mosquitoes, ticks, and fleas. Malaria and dengue fever, Japanese encephalitis are examples. So for Unit 4 has a discussion board. Please ensure that your discussion board follows the template below as it is if you want to receive full credit. So there are various parts. Part 1 is a SWOT analysis, so strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. About 100 words. Review the literature for an example of recent environmental health crisis caused by zoonotic or vector-borne disease. Summarize 2 strengths and 2 weaknesses of how the organization responded to the crisis, and then 2 opportunities and 2 threats that occurred outside the organization that affected the response to the environmental crisis. Part 2, you're going to do a PHE analysis, political factors, economic factors, social factors, technological factors, legal factors, and environmental factors, about 150 words. Consider the various types of populations involved with this environmental health risk and respond to the following PHE questions. So political factors, what are political factors that cause this crisis? Economic factors, how does economic relate to this crisis or the economy? Social factors, what are the relevant social determinants of health? Technological factors, how could technological infrastructure support public health efforts? Legal factors, how could policy or legal efforts support public health efforts? And then environmental factors, what are the environmental factors that support or hinder the public health efforts? Part 3, it's about 50 words. You'll be using other systems thinking tool. So use another systems thinking tool of your choice to either define, describe, or analyze the crisis situation. Attach your finalized systems thinking tool to your main post and provide a brief summary within your main post. So you can set some suggestions for systems. Other systems thinking tools are force field analysis, a fishbone diagram, concept map, causal loop diagram. Make sure you use the highlighted headings. So there's also a journal for module 4 is on health trends. We're going to address the following: identify current or future or past trends that associated with your chosen final topic project or final project topic. What health theories do you feel were used or could be used to effectively predict the trends you identified? Social cognitive, trends theoretical, etc. How could predicting environmental health trends help to inform the development of proactive solutions to your chosen topic? This activity relates directly to content in your final project, so your instructor, make sure you read my feedback. And there's a guidelines and rubric for that as well. Moving on, module 5, the focus is on building the foundational blocks regarding water quality and air quality. You will explore ways to monitor trends involving health hazards in order to prevent or minimize issues with air and water quality. Take a look at the Safe Drinking Water Act as well as the Clean Air Act. You can go on Google and find that information. Upon successful completion of 540 final project, you'll be able to explain general mechanisms of toxicity in eliciting a toxic response to various environmental exposures, develop a testable environment or models for health risk assessment. So there's a template for this. It's basically the second half of your template for module 3 that you'll be completing for that. If you need any help with what the document should look like, feel free to reach out to me and I can send you a sample. But it's basically a continuation of what you've already started. Module 6, this module focuses on the negotiation and mediation tools and techniques used by public health professionals when resolving conflicts in the planning of environmental health interventions. The objectives are to apply negotiation techniques related to environmental health conflict resolution, propose a global health initiative pertinent to an environmental health issue. There's a discussion, and in this discussion, you'll hone your negotiating abilities by analyzing ways to resolve challenges in public health. Keep note that in module 7, there's a negotiation plan that you'll be focusing on. For your main posts, address the following: summary of community coalition, identify and establish community coalition centered around an environmental health issue, possible new partnerships, explore this coalition's community for other organizational stakeholders who may serve as a partner for future endeavors. Part 3, principal negotiation preparation, focus on or address collaboration opportunity, interest, negotiation options, and negotiation approaches. Don't forget to make 2 peers to get full credit. And here's just an example of what a discussion board 5 should look like. Moving on, 6.2, there's a journal. This is going to be 2 parts. You complete the first half in 6.2 and then second half in 7.1. For this assignment, you'll form an action plan for a health intervention that involves globalization. Refer to classrooms ratings for more information. And you can go to this list, CDC's topical list of current global health issues, to look up an issue. Browse through the list, select a topic that has a strong environmental component. So malaria, Lyme disease is a good example. Skin cancer is not a good example. If you'd like to focus on parasites and use the pesticides, you can use the EPA and CDC websites as well instead of. And this is just the links here for those. You may search the websites of authoritative public health entities, so the CDC and the WHO, among several others, find a policy program, project, or intervention that has been developed for a specific population. Again, if you need samples of what the work should look like, feel free to reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to assist. And that concludes this chat. Again, any questions, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to assist you. Have a good day and I'll talk to you later.